morning, beloveds. Trying to get one of my cats. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Maybe. Okay. Sorry, I'm running a little wonky today. We've changed our routine for the week. I'm not going to meet my personal trainer on Mondays anymore. I'm doing it on Wednesdays because my husband is working out with me. And so today was our first day and he's miserable. And I feel really sorry for him. But I'm not going to feel guilty because in the long run it'll be good for you. Good for both of us, actually. So he got tested today and yeah. So, which was great for me because Jared just gave me a list of things to do and this just kind of turned me loose. And then there were a couple of times when I was like, that's too heavy. And he was like, no, it's not. And I was like, you're right, it's not. And there was this other time I was like, do you want me to do it with these? And he says, yeah, but that may be too light. And I picked it up and I went, yeah, it's too light. So he had to give me a different weight. It was great. I would definitely recommend working out with a personal trainer, especially one with a dance background, because he's not a power lifter. He's not trying to build big muscles. Now, I'm a woman. I'm not going to get big muscles, but he incorporates a lot of stretching, and I've worked with him for 2.5 years now. So, he could just kind of turn me loose. And, he respects it when I say it's too heavy. And then sometimes if he can tell the difference between when I'm whining and when it actually is too heavy. So he's great fun. And every workout is different. And it's awesome. So it is February 3rd. Our title is The Activity of God Heals My Life. Our Bible quote is, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And that is from Hebrews 11:1. Okay. If we carry a light into a darkened room, the darkness is dissipated without effort on our part. So it is with the experience of one who has a deep consciousness of life. Something invisible, but all penetrating will flow through his every look and gesture. People will feel better by sitting in his presence. Healings will take place automatically. The divine spirit is not a mythical abstract being living somewhere above this earth. God is a divine presence revealing himself to everyone who believes. Where God is recognized, there is life. Where the power of God is realized, there is action. Where the goodness of God is acknowledged, there is peace. I understand that God works through me, for I know that God is the God of all life, of everyone's life, of everything that lives. God is the intelligence, the beauty, the love, the order, and the animating principle in and through everything. God is my life. Alrighty then. Which he didn't even touch the... Alright, Ernest! The title is The Activity of God Heals My Life, and then he didn't say anything in it. Alright. Let's see. All right, Ernest, what were you talking about today? Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That's from Hebrews. One of the things that I have said about faith before, and I'll say it again, is faith is imagination plus trust. It's imagination because we are imagining better. We are imagining things working smoothly, harmoniously, whatever, and we are trusting that they will be so. So faith is imagination plus trust. And that's kind of what that quote from the Bible seems to say to me. Now, if we carry a light into a darkened room, the darkness is dissipated without effort on our part. So it is the experience of one who has a deep consciousness of life. Now, he's using the capital L there, a deep consciousness of life. Basically, and you'll have to take this into your own experience. Have you met, now I was raised Catholic, so I'm going to use the term saintly people or godly people. Have you met people, and I'm not talking about people who talk about God, not that that's an exclusionary, but people who just live that, and that's why I use the term saintly. If you're not familiar with the Catholic saints, they had this way of living and moving and having their being in the world, that was just different than every other people, all the other people around them. They seem to be warmer and generous and kindly in a way that was just a step above what the normal average person was. And it was no effort on their part. It's just who they are. And that's what he's talking about. Because when you meet people like that, it's just like the light's a little brighter. The tastes are a little stronger. The scents are a little more, the colors are more vivid. When you meet people like that, life is just a little bit better. Just a little bit better. It's not this dramatic shift. But everything, when you're with people like that, they never have to say the word God. They never have to say the word Jesus. They can be family members. Grandparents are kind of along the, now, do not get me wrong, I had interesting relationships with all of my grandparents. So, if you didn't have that relationship with your grandparent, but there's got to be somebody in your life that just lightens everything up, that makes and that's what he's talking about here. Those people, there's another term for it, and this is probably from D&D, they're God touched. And it's not that God reached out and touched them, but they reached out and touched God and are aware of God on a level that is probably slightly below consciousness, but they're also very conscious of. They're conscious of the divine patterning presence. And when you are with them, everything just feels a little bit better. It's not dramatic, okay? So that's what he's talking about here. If we carry a light into a darkened room, the darkness is dissipated without effort on our part. That's what those kind of people are. So it is with the experience of one who has a deep consciousness of life. And that's why he says life. He doesn't say God. He doesn't say spirit. He doesn't say Jesus. He says life. That loving principle. Something invisible but all penetrating will flow through his or her every look and gesture. People will feel better by sitting in his presence. They don't have to do anything. Healing will take place automatically. They don't have to do anything other than be who they are, which is authentically godlings. And that is what we all aspire to be. That is, so we think about, okay, well, what are the qualities of God? And we line them out. Their peace, their love, their truth, their beauty, their harmony, their creativity, their unity. And those are the qualities that we emulate until they become our default setting. And when they become our default setting, then we become that. Then we become God touched. And then we become a source of healing for other people through no effort of our own. That, to use a Dr. Phil term, we become a soft place to fall. We become a soft place to fall where people can walk into our presence and just feel better. And just feel better. And that's what it means to to have that deep consciousness of life, to have that deep connection. You don't have to talk about God because your every action is God in motion. The divine spirit is not a mythical, abstract being living somewhere above this earth. The God is a divine presence revealing itself to everyone who believes. Not that great accountant in the sky. Not that great accountant in the sky. Where God is recognized, there is life. Where the power of God is realized, there is action. And that's what we talk about in Science of Mind. It's like the power that we are using, the power that flows through us is coming from an inexhaustible source. And we can give it whatever name we want. We can call it God, we can call it Spirit, we can call it Atman, we can call it love, we can call it peace. It doesn't matter what we call it. What we are recognizing is that it is a force flowing through us, an intelligence flowing through us that guides us gently as we allow it to. And that's the free will. It's like, we got the power. How are we choosing to use it? So where the power of God is realized, there is action, because we know we can do it. Where the goodness of God is acknowledged, there is peace. Where the goodness of God is acknowledged, where we recognize that God is in everyone, on everyone's side. God is not taking sides. It's not my God and your God. It's our God. Where God is where the goodness of God is acknowledged, there is peace. When we don't try to force God to take sides, there is peace. I understand that God works through me. For I know that God is the God of all life, of everyone's life, of everything that lives. We are the ones that try and force God to take sides. And God can't take sides. God exists in every molecule, in every atom, in every electron, in every photon. God goes all the way down in everything around us, both animate and inanimate. God can't take sides. And if that right there does not bring you comfort, I don't know what will. A whole lot of the religious teachings out there are teaching us that God is on our side, but it allows us to other. And that's not what Science of Mind does. Science of Mind says, every single set of eyes, I'm going to say set, because some things have more than one or two. That's God looking back at you. That is God looking back at you. And when we live like that consciously, one, our life works better. And two, we become that island of peace, that island of calm, that healing presence. And it requires absolutely no effort from us, because we are looking in another person's eyes or another being's eyes and seeing God looking back at us. And we are making the space for them to be who they authentically are, which is a beloved child of God. I say it every day, and I mean it every day, and I'm going to say it every day because I want everyone to believe that. All right. God is the intelligence, the beauty, the love, the order, and the animating principle in and through everything. There's nothing left outside of God. Nothing. Nothing and no one. God is my life. And that means God is your life. And if God falls hard on the ears, then change the word. Change it to spirit. Change it to Atman. Change it to photon. Whatever it is that makes it real for you. Or feel free to use the word goddess. I mean, there was one point in there where Ernest said himself and I said itself. Choose your pronouns. That is your right. That is your freedom. And God don't care. All right. So what's our mission today? Actually, there's our mission today. Our mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to understand that God works through us, for we know that God is the God of all life. That's our mission. Our mission is to stretch out our senses and to practice the qualities of God, because God is in us, therefore all of the qualities of God are in us, and we have the right and the ability and the pleasure of practicing those qualities. And the more we practice them, the more we will set them into our default settings. And the more we set them into our default settings, the more we will choose responses instead of reactions. And the more we will align with those qualities. That is daily spiritual practice. It is practicing the qualities of God in whatever method you choose, be it meditation, be it sacred readings, be it singing, whatever it is that helps to get you into that mindset of recognizing the qualities of God within you, because you carry all of them. You carry all of the qualities of God, because you are a beloved child of God in whom Spirit is well pleased. That is the state of grace that we live in, always and forever. So, I'm highly animated today. This is good. I enjoyed the reading. I hope you did. I will encourage you, as I always do, to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, because you deserve it. And the more you practice upon yourself, the easier it will be to use it out in the rest of the world, especially when we don't want to, because there are those moments. There are those moments. And when we have those moments, the more practice we have on ourselves, the easier it will be for us to choose. So, I also would encourage you to do something to engage your mind and your body, and drink plenty of water. It's going to get up into the high 60s here today. So today might be a good day to open the windows, get a fresh perspective, allow that fresh air to bring it in. It's sunny here. Again, get some sunlight on your face. 5-10 minutes first thing in the morning. It's a good thing. And there's just, especially when it's cold, to get that warm sun on your face, that's an experience that I think everybody should have. Because there's no way to describe it. I'll sound crazy if I try, so I'm not. I'm not going to try. But please do. Please do. Please take care of yourselves. That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. Because you are important. You are loved. And you are wanted. You are wanted. So God couldn't be having an experience. You're having an experience that God couldn't have without you. So, all right. Wow. Let's hope I can keep this energy up all day. I'll get lots of stuff done today. All right. I'm going to move into the process of my day. But I am going to encourage you to open the windows of your soul. Allow that breath of heaven to remind you live in heaven now. It is all around you. It is all around us. What it takes is us being willing to consciously open to see it. To consciously live life with a capital L. To find the beauty in our day, whatever it is, and as much of it as we can find. So, yes. All right. It's Wednesday. That means that Reverend David will be on with you around 5 p.m. and they're doing the Living Science of Mind book study at 6 p.m. If you are interested in that, it's a fantastic book. I love it. It was kind of Ernest's follow-up to the textbook, but it's short little passages and it's fantastic. And it's one of those you can just throw that book open and read like 2 pages and go, oh yeah, no, I got what I needed. Check the emails. And if you're not on the email list, info@creativelife.com. That'll get you on the email list. That way you can click the link to get for the Living of the Science of Mind. There's also one on Mondays, but I think they're doing Divine Audacity, which is a good book too. And I'll be back with you at 9 a.m. All right, beloveds. Have a wonderful day.